Okay, we're going on. It's going on. Let's get after it. My name is Noah Chesbro, and this is my first podcast. I thought that I would try to make a podcast, not because I want to be like everyone else and make a podcast, but I have all the equipment and I've been getting real bored lately and I've been working a lot lately. So I can't make a lot of the creative content that I'd like to make, but I've been having the opportunity to just think a lot while I'm working. And I think that a lot of my thoughts could be useful or helpful to certain people who might think like me or people who might not think like me and enjoy other perspectives. For instance, I wanted to start this podcast off by talking about something that's just been swirling around my brain like a flushing toilet of turds. Before I introduce myself, I'll just let you know what that is. I was driving the other day, and disclaimer, I live in the hood. I'm not going to tell you what hood, but I live in the hood. And if you're watching this, you probably know me, so you know what hood. So you see a lot of tweakers, okay? And I don't know if that's like a PC term for them, but that's what I've always called them growing up. Tweakers, people who do hardcore drugs, the ones that we were too afraid to do in school. Otherwise, we'd still be doing them. Um, but you see those tweakers, and they'd be walking around town, doing their little dance. Oh, sorry, doing their little dances, walking backwards sometimes. I think our first time driving to see our place, my wife and I saw a man pooping on a gas station wall. And that was a really fun experience. Now, take normal tweakers, right? And this leads me to what I'm about to share with you. I was driving and I saw a handicap tweaker. And that was very interesting. Why is that interesting? Because I never think about handicap tweakers. Most tweakers I see, again, I'm sorry if that's not the proper term, are ones who kind of impair themselves. Now, this one was on the side of the road in a wheelchair, and I was making several commutes back and forth using this one road where that handicapped wheelchair tweaker man was partying. And he looked like he had to be maybe 50 or 60 years old. He was wearing some headphones like this, and I'm just like, okay, when I see a tweaker, he has no control over his legs. He's walking in weird directions. He's running out in the street, running back, running toward people, yelling at them, but they're not people, they're a pole. Okay, this guy is doing the same thing, but on wheels. So he's like strategically moving the wheels back, moving the wheels forward. He was like stuck in the grass, moving back and forth for a while. And I was just like, oh my goodness, how many people are there like this? I've never seen a handicapped tweaker man. And I didn't laugh at him right away because I have compassion in my heart. And I'm like, man, this dude is rolling backward in the grass in the middle of the day in front of everyone. And I mean, he doesn't look like full on like homeless person, which most of the tweakers out here are. He looks like, okay, I just did way too much methamphetamine. I'm going to roll out of my house and take a stroll to roll this off. I'm going to go roll off this meth because I don't want people around my house to see me going hard on the tweaksters, right? That's just kind of how I think about it. I might be completely wrong. I might be stupid. I'm not a scientist. But all that's to say is my mind was blown instantly. And I just want to know how the brain knows that he can't walk when he's on meth. Because a meth person who has normal leg abilities is just going to walk back and forth, kick his legs out, so on and so forth. This man knew in his meth brain to go forward and backward with the rollers. And that's not, I assume that's not natural to the human brain. Enough about that. Yeah, like I said, my name is Noah Chesbro, and I'm making this podcast because I think I have profound thoughts that I can share with the community. Who am I? I am a husband, I'm a father, I am a Christian man, and I am a full-time worker. I work 2 jobs, And it doesn't give me a lot of time for stuff like this, but I certainly love making it. So if you find yourself liking this stuff, just keep on giving it a listen. Maybe I'll continue making it. But again, this is episode 1. I don't even know what to call it. Yeah. So cool. Right. So now I have to think of another topic because I was the only one that I had lock and loaded into the mind machine. Is anyone wondering whether or not the Americans or the America land, specifically the USA, does anyone wonder whether or not we are going to be a good? Like, are we going to be good? Or are we going to not do good? Are we going to fail and do bad? I hear a lot of things from a lot of people who are like, dude, for real? China kind of wants to get at you as a person and a nation. And at first I was offended. I didn't know why that would be. Turns out, uh, people don't like when you're the best. And I get that a lot in my life. I experience that. And not that I think I'm the best, because I'm like the most humble person there is in the world. Believe me. People tell me all the time, Noah, you're the best. And dude, I hate you for that. And they don't say that necessarily verbatim. They say it with their eyes, with their words, with the fact that they don't hang out with me as much as maybe I'd like my friends to hang out with me. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into these conflicts, both personal level and in the nation level. And so I've been kind of thinking about this a lot because I feel like there's parallels between small scale issues and large scale issues. And most of them are surrounding me and my life because that's kind of how the world works. And again, coming from the most humble person, at least I know. So there's yeah. So America's pretty much in a pickle with China, and everyone's saying it. Russia doesn't like us. Iran doesn't like us. I'm pretty sure Mexico, even though all their people are coming to hug us, they don't like us either. And but they're just, it's not like beef. Like, they just got business with other people, and it's a business thing. And I get that. And that's kind of how it is with my friends. Sometimes they go and hang out with other people. Doesn't mean they have beef with me, but I'm definitely going to take it that way. Am I getting somewhere with that to you guys? Not political over here. Not a political guy. All right, guys, real quick. I'm really sorry, but my wife's in the kitchen, so you're gonna hear some clinging and clanging. That's totally fine. That's exactly what she should be doing, in my opinion, and where she should be. So, not to get off topic, I told you guys about the China stuff. Cool. We're done with that topic. So, not to get off topic, but new topic. So one thing that I've been going through lately for the past couple of years, is this journey to be a manly man. And you could probably tell that I am one of those. Babe, are we Gen Z, Gen X, millennials? Okay, I was born in 97. But I'm one of those who, you know, grew up hypocaloric. My testosterone was drained out of me through Cheerios and Hot Pockets and PB&J sandwiches. And I was pretty free to do what I wanted. I didn't work too hard as a kid. And a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's great. Kids need to play. Kids need to, go out and experience the world and this and that." And I say no, because I'm an adult now, and adults have responsibilities that if they do not undertake, they will fail miserably, not only themselves, but those that they love. And that's a big deal. And so men need to learn how to be men before they're men. And I didn't know that as a kid. So what did I do? I smoked a lot of weed, and I played a lot of games, and I watched a lot of TV. And look at me now. Please don't look at me. Stop looking at me. Please switch to audio. Okay. I've seen people who didn't take that route. For instance, I have a brother, and he's a big, strong man. I mean, there's ways that we've all slacked, right? And that's how we were raised, because we lived in the generation of kids just got to go have fun, like I said. I don't think it's true, like I said. And I'm kind of bummed about it now. I'm bummed about it because I suck at working. I don't have muscles. Do want muscles, but I don't have muscles. Would like some muscles, like I said, but I don't have muscles, like I said also. I've been learning so many new things and new skills and just trying to figure out what it means to be a manly man, and pretty much concluded that being a manly man is to do all those things which stereotypes a manly man, specifically like a southern manly man, because the ones up north, I mean, kind of suck. Kind of suck. I'm from New York originally. I live in the Midwest now, and I'm learning a whole new breed of men. Okay, I went fishing last summer so many times, and I caught one fish this one time, and it was called the fish that I had caught was a catfish. I asked a man because I had never fished like for realsies, and I intended to catch it, fillet it, cook it, and eat it. And that's what I did. I will say that being a man is traumatizing, not just for you, but for the things that you killed in order to eat. In this instance, I caught a catfish. It meowed at me. And I remembered when I asked a buddy, he said, make sure you bring a hammer or a rock to not, kill it before you take it home because it's humane. It's the humane thing to do. And I said, okay, I would like to treat it like most of my problems, throw it in the back of my truck and let it die on the way home. But instead of doing that, I said, what did this man tell me to do? And how am I going to be manly in this instance? So I caught this fish, right? I throw the reel in. I'm rolling a reel. I don't know the language of fishermen, but I'm reeling it in, right? My line snaps, right? But it just gets onto the shore. So it's on the shore, got a snapped line. It's flopping. I don't know what to do because I'm afraid of the fish. I will be honest. But I'm like, there's no way I'm letting it go. So I run to the shore, grab the fish, throw it as far as I can toward my truck, and it's still flopping. And then I was like, oh crap, I didn't think I'd catch anything. Like I was literally reeling my reel in so that I could go home because I wasn't going to catch anything. And I think I just had the wrong bait, but whatever, I got it. Okay. Ran to my truck, grabbed my hammer that I use for work all the time, every day. Big old Milwaukee hammer with a wooden handle and like the grated or whatever, the pokey bang part. And this thing's on the ground and I look at it and it's like the dead of night. We're in tall grass. There's people around. And I just raise that hammer up and bang! It jumped like 2 feet. Still alive. Bang! Still alive. Bang! I beat that catfish in the head for 10 minutes. And it died. There was blood on my hammer, and I felt like a man. PETA, sorry. Threw that thing in the back of my truck, drove home the happiest man ever. Listened to some music where there's a banjo a-twanging. I sang with the windows down, and it was probably like 9:30 p.m. when I got home, and I said, wife, I'm cutting this fish open and we're gonna eat it. And I filleted it perfectly. Problem is, so here's a question. Are there certain lakes or ponds or whatever that are like particularly safe for catching fish that you're gonna eat? I don't know how that works. This fish, and I know it like catfish have the stigma of tasting disgusting, like dirt. It tasted like dirt. I didn't know the stigma before I ate it though, I will be honest. And I was like, am I gonna get AIDS? Luckily, I didn't get AIDS from the fish. It was probably the most disgusting thing that I ever ate. Now, there were a couple of bites that were like, this could pass for a fish stick, but the rest was like, I just licked the bottom of a filthy pond. Yeah, I guess those are pretty much my only stories for today. I really hope that they resonated with you, the hearer. I didn't really come locked and loaded with much to say. I just wanted to introduce myself and kind of just get comfortable on the mic and in front of the camera and just see what might come out. Yeah, if you like this, thanks. If you didn't like it, make sure to check the next one and subscribe. How do I close these things? How do you do it? I guess I'll just go bye.